So MAʻO, or Mala I ʻŌpio, it's an acronym. Mala being garden, I being food, and ʻŌpio, which means youth. And so the youth garden, or the garden that is growing youth. And so when MAʻO was established in 2000, it was the millennium, and we had a grand vision of how we might best serve our community. And it really started through the practice of loving the land. We learned to heal and love ourselves. We are a social enterprise that grows young people and grows good food for our community, but in so many ways we're practitioners of that relationship and growing relationship between the land and the people. Health has always been something that we've wanted to impact but didn't know how we were doing it. He is an amazing partner. They supported our vision of health. We oftentimes don't see the importance of research in our communities, but the kupuna had a way of explaining it, and this is the process that I was taught of ho'onāwao, and that is to learn, to engage in meaningful practice that helps to pull wisdom and the collective wisdom around the kinds of challenges that our communities are facing. And he has been able to do that with the Mauli Ola Study.
So the Mauli Ola Study was focused on the health disparity of type 2 diabetes and the prevalence in our communities. So taking that with our interns and taking the biometrics like A1C, for example, after a year in the program, their A1Cs changed and were lowered, and they went from being pre-diabetic or diabetic to being normal or healthy levels. So the social network aspect of the study kind of looked at how the interns were not only improving their own health, but also the health of people around them. I saw that it was multi-generational in the sense that many people before me have been affected health-wise, and many people after me will also be affected. And that is just awesome to see the generation of changes in my community.
That's where I found myself looking more importantly to my health and as well as my family's health, because until that study, that's kind of where I realized how important everything that we put into our body is. And so thankfully through that, that's basically it puts a bigger picture of what we do here. Hopefully want to continue to keep this cultural, spiritual, and Aina ancestral knowledge that I've gained in the choices that I make towards health.
It's definitely been an opportunity to invite people that would not normally be a part of these conversations into a conversation about health, and how a nonprofit organization like MAʻO, who's growing food and teaching youth, can help to influence health outcomes. So we are grateful that we had the opportunity to do that work. A really well thought out strategy and approach that was very aligned to our values in community, in a Native Hawaiian community. And to be able to do that research with partners that helped to not just recognize and acknowledge that that was the work that we were doing, but to be able to scale and expand that to other folks in our community. I think Mauli Ola has been one of those very important projects that it didn't just benefit MAʻO, it benefited this movement toward understanding health in a holistic way.